Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I am going to be doing my haul for the month of February. It is mostly manga, but I thought that I would go ahead and also throw in my book pickups for this month, and I also have one graphic novel, so I thought that I would go ahead and throw those into these hauls from now on, just because I am getting back into reading, just regular books and novels and such. So I hope you guys look forward to seeing those. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of this week's video. Before we get into it, I am drinking some wild sweet orange tea in my newly thrifted tea mug and saucer set. I have been very much into thrifting, so over the next few weeks you guys will be seeing some new mugs here. So I hope you look forward to that. But yeah, I think we should go ahead and get into it now. Okay, so the first thing I have to show you guys is actually a new series to my collection, which I know I wasn't supposed to bring anything new in, but to be fair, this was gifted to me, and that is The Breaker Volume 1. My dad actually gifted this to me. This one is really interesting and probably wasn't something that I ever would have picked up on my own, just because it's not, the usual style of, genre and everything that I like. So, and if you can even see, the art style is very different from anything that I have. But I actually really enjoyed this. I'm gonna try not to go and do a whole wrap-up right now, because I will talk about this more in my next week's video, actually, the February wrap-up. So, but in short, this is about a high school kid who is bullied, and this guy is a substitute teacher in his class, but in reality he is a gang member of sorts, and he is in hiding because this one clan is after him for killing their boss. So eventually one day the high school kid goes and sees his teacher fighting in an alley one day, and eventually he comes to ask him if he can teach him how to fight to defend himself. But it's really funny because the kid is very not athletic. So you can see him trying really hard to get stronger and to, defend himself, as well as, get stronger mentally. But he's just not very athletically gifted. So yeah, there's a good mix of action and comedy in this one. So I really enjoyed this. So after I read that, I did go ahead and I picked up volume 2. So I'm very excited to continue this one. Yeah, this is a great series. I hope it continues to be good. But the next one, actually, I'll just go ahead and talk about these two together since they're from the same series. I have Summertime Rendering volumes 5 and 6. This is the last two volumes that I needed to complete my Summertime Rendering collection, so I can officially finish my binge read on this. I did already go ahead and read these, but again, I'll talk about these in my February wrap-up. There we go. But yeah, of course, as always, the covers are stunning. These are a little bit messed up. I did get these at Barnes & Noble, and I was just so excited to see these and to get to complete a series in my collection that I didn't even really pay attention to the condition. If you can see here, the corner here is a bit bent up, but it's nothing terrible. I could probably flatten it out with some books on top, but those are those two. It was a bit of a pricey run, just because these are, let's see, $24.99 a piece. So yeah, but I am finally through with Summertime Rendering officially, so I got to complete something, which is a good thing. But oh, and Breaker Volume 2 I did pick up at Barnes & Noble as well, by the way. I guess I'm going to be going through all my Barnes & Noble pickups first. There are only 2 more, right? Yes. Okay, the next one is also a new series. I am ashamed. This one was an impulse honestly. But I saw it and I kind of flipped through a little bit. I tried not to, but just because it isn't the first volume, but it's Nana, volume 21. Yeah, this one, I saw it and it was the only one left, and my impulse just kicked in so hard and I picked it up. I was like, you know what? I'm here. Let me go ahead and just get it and start collecting Nana. Yeah, purely impulse, but I'm so excited to get into collecting this. Yeah, so starting another series, but this one I'm not going to read until I have all the volumes, so we'll see how long that takes me, because I know some of the volumes are kind of hard to find since it is a out of print series, or you know, a series that's on hiatus, so we shall see about that one. But the next one was something that I needed. This is volume 2 of Subakicho Lonely Planet by Mika Yamamori. So excited to continue this one, and the cover, oh my gosh, he's gorgeous. Hello. Okay, moving on. Yeah, these covers, I absolutely love how, you know, the covers look and the use of color. They're really, really nice. So I'm probably going to read this after filming this video because I'm super excited to continue that one. That is all that I picked up from Barnes & Noble. The next store is Second and Charles, but a lot of these are new volumes because they do also have used books. But the first 3 are 7, 8, and 9 of Chainsaw Man. Sorry, excuse me. I am really excited to continue this one. Only a couple volumes left and I will be completed with part 1 of Chainsaw Man. So I believe I have seen people starting to get volumes 12 and 13, so we shall see. I thought I was finally gonna get caught up, but doesn't seem so. But yeah, excited to get another good chunk of that. I think I'm gonna have to start moving this now. The last new manga volume actually in this pile is Something's Wrong with Us volume 6, and this one is funny because I didn't even notice this one until like hours later after I had gotten home, but I got my first misprint, you guys. Oh my gosh, I hope that this is still readable. I'm gonna try and see. So if you can see here, there's like that part where it's like kind of gray and then it's just like boom, white. So I was just kind of flipping through here just quickly, and then I start noticing, uh-oh, why is it upside down? So yeah, this is hilarious. This is my first. I'm gonna try and cover this so that you don't get any spoilers, and for me as well. But yeah, there's a whole chunk of it missing, so I hope that this is still readable. But yeah, I ultimately decided to keep it because I'm like, you know what? We'll see if it's still readable, and if not, I'll just get another volume 6. Oh well, but I will keep it because it is my first misprint. But yeah, I actually needed volume 5, but both Barnes & Noble and Second and Charles didn't have volume 5, so I am just I'm about to order it online. I have switched over to more in-person shopping, but I think I might just have to pick that one up online when I get the chance because I need to continue the series. I started the series and spoiler alert, I love it. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that one too much. But the next one, I got volume 1. This is also a new one. Oh my gosh, I broke my rules so much this month. But this one is short, so I completed it pretty quickly thanks to, again, my dad. So I picked this one up at Second and Charles. This is a used book. If you can't tell, it's a little bit beat up, but it's not terrible. This is a manhwa series. This was, let's see, first printed in English in 2003. well, it was published in Korea in 2003. So this is an older series, and I kind of picked it up. I didn't really do too much research on it. It just seemed interesting, and this is actually the third volume in this series. It's a trilogy. It's more of a coming of age. It follows this girl and her mom over, you know, from her childhood to her adulthood. So that is the third volume of that series, but these are the other two, which again were very kindly, my dad surprised me with these, so grateful to him for picking these up for me. Again, this is an older series, so it's not really in print anymore, so you kind of have to get these secondhand, but luckily this one is actually in pretty good condition. Yeah, let me show you a bit of the art actually. Yeah, very more, oops, sorry, more simple style, but it's such a great story. Again, I already read this one as well. I will talk about it more in my wrap up, but great series. This one was such a treat. This one is also another first. This is my first ex-library copy. So it did have some stickers here and in the back here that I removed. This bit here I couldn't really get off. I probably have to attempt at that again. So this actually came from Chicago Public Library, which is interesting. But yeah, so first ex-library and first misprint in this haul. But yeah, that is all the manga and manhwa that I have to go through with you guys. So I'll go ahead and talk about the graphic novel next. Okay, I will go ahead and show you the one graphic novel that I got, and it is Snow Glass Apples by Neil Gaiman and Colleen Doran. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. But this is a Snow White retelling. I'll go ahead and flip this over if you want to see and take a pause. But yeah, this is, I don't think it shows any rating. It doesn't, but I will go ahead and give this a rating of mature. So this is for one horror, and it does have some adult themes in it. But it was very interesting. Let me see if I can show you the first page here safely. But this caught my eye, and then I was flipping through it, and the art just, oh my gosh, stunning. I could not leave this. And besides, it was only like $5 or $6 because it was a secondhand book. I guess I'll show you this first page too. This one is safe to show. But yeah, the art in this, so stunning. The story was really interesting. I have seen and read some other Snow White retellings, and this one was very different, where Snow White became more of the villain in this story. So this is the stepmother on the cover. But yeah, fascinating one. So glad I picked that one up, and I hope I can find some more of these, you know, fairy tale retellings in graphic novel form. That would be really cool. So now we will go ahead and get into the, I believe these are all novels. Yes, they are all novels. Ooh, sorry. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one is actually a thrifted book, and this is more used for decor, but I honestly do plan on reading it. I went out thrifting with my mom and I spotted this on the shelf, and it is Nana by Emile Zola. This, for one, is so, like, in such pretty much pristine condition. This was published in 1981. So, and I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous, but it caught my eye because Nana is a nickname that my parents gave me. So anytime I can spot anything that says Nana on it, I kind of pick it up all the time. So this was part of the Franklin Library in, it was either Pennsylvania. Let me look here. Oh, there is a illustrated page here at the beginning. I'm trying to figure out, it was, Pennsylvania. So if you can see here, so pretty, and of course the pages are gold foiled at the ends, and it does come with a attached bookmark. So this one sits on my shelf mainly to look pretty, but I do plan on reading this at some point. I have no idea what this is about, but it's just so stunning. It is heavy. It is a hefty boy. But these two, the last two, for one, I got A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is a trilogy. I don't know if there's going to be any more, but from what I know, it's a trilogy. Again, if you want to take a pause and read, this is this was in the young adult section. So it follows this girl in her high school, and I guess in the past there was this murder case in her school, and it was kind of closed with some sort of a conclusion, but she goes and digs around and does her own research and finds out that things aren't exactly what they seem to be, and the person that was accused of the crime might be innocent. So I always love a good murder mystery. I watch some true crime documentaries and things. I find it fascinating, but I have to watch myself on watching or reading too much in this sort of genre, because I get insane about checking the doors and all the windows. So we shall see. This comes very highly recommended, so I'm excited to get into this one after I finish reading this next one, which is Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. I started my book of the month subscription, and this is the first book that I picked. This was the book of the month for April 2019. Again, I'll show you the kind of synopsis here, and you can take a pause and read if you'd like. I have my bookmark in here, and I have a couple tabs in here already, so I am currently reading this, and wow, this is great so far, and I am very excited to get into it because I still have quite a bit to get through, and it's already been so intense. Oh my gosh, this is another murder mystery, by the way. But it first caught my eye on the Book of the Month website because the cover is gorgeous, for one, and then it is also by a Korean author, so I thought I would support and give it a read. So yeah, I'm excited to this is not sponsored, by the way, but yeah, I'm excited to be a member with Book of the Month now. I think it'll be a good way to get me back into reading novels and memoirs, all that. So but yeah, that is all for this month's manga book haul. I'll just call it the book haul. But yeah, let me give you a quick overview here. Okay, here is an overview of everything. I totally meant for this month to be lighter in my pickups, but here we are with this entire shelf basically being filled with books. But hey, you know, I enjoy this so much, as you can see. But yeah, so grateful for the volumes that were gifted to me. Yeah, all great stuff. So excited to get into all of these. You will for sure be hearing about quite a few of these things in this month's wrap up. So I hope you look forward to that. But yeah, again, that's it for this one. Let me know if you also picked up any of these this month, or if you've already read some of these, what your thoughts on them were. But yeah, I hope you guys have had an awesome February for one and are having a great day as well. So yeah, as always, thank you for spending some time with me, and yeah, bye guys.